Today, we stand on the brink of a great war that is perhaps the most terrible chapter in human history. Today, we stand on the edge of that volcano that is waiting to erupt. On one side is Iran, which is the only true military monster in the Middle East, and on the other side is Israel, a state-of-the-art military power at the peak of technology. And so it can be said without hesitation that if their war starts once, the whole world will tremble, and once this war starts, the result will be terribly destructive and bloody. At this moment, the question is which monster will rise up: Iran, which is ready with its huge military power and ballistic missile capabilities, as well as secret military bases, or Israel, which will become an unstoppable monster with a combination of technology and nuclear power. Today, we will enter the terrifying reality of the depths of that secret dark military abyss where it will not only be a fight for power, but this war of existence can push not only the Middle East, but the entire world into a destructive hell. Get ready for this thrilling analysis. As we go deeper into the military power of these two countries, let's see which monster is the most advanced in terms of military power. Economic power. War means a game of money. Without money, you cannot run an army. You cannot launch missiles or fly fighter jets. And that is why Iran has allocated about $15 billion for their military budget in 2024. The main purpose of Iran's huge budget is to make their Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps more formidable, to make their missile ground forces and navy ready for war. But Israel is not behind in terms of money at all. Rather, they have allocated about $27.5 billion, which is much more than Iran. And with this money, they are developing new missiles, advanced fighter jets, and all kinds of weapons that can wipe out the enemy in an instant. But the amount of money alone will not determine victory in a war. Technology, strategy, and battlefield experience together affect a war. For example, Iran's secret underground military bases and invisible missiles can evade the eyes of all those technologies of Israel. No one can say yet when any monster of Iran will wake up. Army. What is Iran's biggest strength? Their huge army? 222. They have 610,000 active military personnel. Of these, 350,000 soldiers are in the regular army, and 190,000 soldiers are in the IRGC, who are always ready for any disaster. But it doesn't end here. Iran has 350,000 reserve soldiers, who are ready to go to the battlefield at any moment. The Iranian army has already become experienced in wars like Syria and Yemen, but the number of Israeli army, although small in size, their technical capabilities are overwhelming. Their active army consists of 169,005 members, but the reserve force is 465,000. It can be said that they are ready to enter the field quickly during any war. Here, the Iranian army is far ahead in terms of numbers. Land force. Iran's land force is as terrifying as an ancient giant and is huge in number. They have 10,000 battle tanks T-72 and Kara tanks that can spread destruction on the battlefield like a roaring volcano. And there are 7,000 artillery systems, which are capable of delivering devastating blows from a distance. But can Israel stand in front of this giant? 330. Yes, it can. Because Israel has a Merkava 4 tank, one of the best fighting vehicles in the country, although they will enter the field with only 400 tanks. But these tanks are not ordinary tanks. These 1 o'clock are like moving fortresses. Each Merkava 4 tank can simultaneously attack and defend itself. However, what is hidden in Iran's secret shelter is still unknown. The Air Force must undoubtedly admit this. Israel is an unstoppable monster in the sky. But among Israel's 345 modern fighter jets, there are F-35, F-16, and F-15, which are known as the world's best fighter jets. These fighter jets can fly into the sky and destroy the enemy in an instant. There are also 43-00 attack helicopters capable of precision strikes. Israel is invincible and quite experienced in air warfare. So how will Iran deal with it? 423. Because Iran has 312 o'clock fighter jets and only 5 o'clock attack helicopters. Also, the Iranian Air Force uses somewhat outdated technology because they cannot upgrade their technology, yet do due to Western sanctions, but Iran's secret strategy and the world's unknown missile capabilities. This modern force of the rails may be a threat. Iran's air power may be as weak as it is today, but who knows what unknown air warfare technology they have hidden. Navy, although Iran lags behind Israel in air power, its navy is quite ahead in power. Because Iran's navy is spreading Iran's power from the Persian Gulf to the Indian Ocean like a sea lion with 1,700-hour submarines, 68:00 petrol boats, and 10 o'clock mine warfare ships. They almost affect the global economy by carrying out terrifying attacks and intercepting oil tankers on the sea route. Submarines spread invisible terror to enemies from the depths of the sea. However, although the Israeli Navy is less powerful, their efficiency and secret operations are very terrifying. They roam the sea with the help of 5 o'clock sophisticated submarines and 49:00 petrol boats. But how destructive is the secret power hidden under the Iranian Sea? Maybe, but no one knows. Ballistic missiles and nuclear power are the final blow of the war. Ballistic missiles and nuclear power. Iran has the Sijil and Khorram-Shah missiles, which can hit from a distance of 2,000 kilometers. Iran has also recently developed a Fateh hypersonic missile, which can hit anywhere in the world at high speed. But it is difficult to answer whether Iran has nuclear power. Many people think that Iran may have nuclear weapons, but that is still unknown. In fact, because of this fear, America has not attacked Iran directly yet. Who knows? Iran may have developed nuclear weapons, but no one is sure. And Israel has a Jariyah missile, which is capable of hitting and killing at a distance of about 6,500 kilometers. And yes, the book stands with a nuclear warhead, although Israel has not revealed its nuclear power itself to this day. However, most experts assume that Israel may have nuclear weapons. Interestingly, even though Israel has never tested it themselves, the whole world thinks they have nuclear power. However,